Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mystics Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here, Raymond Lyons. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. Welcome again to Mystics Outlook. We know the Washington Mystics coming off Sunday's game. Big one tonight against Liberty. They got another one this week, another one later this week against the Fever. Trying to wrap up things for their eighth and final playoff spot. Uh, not in the right direction tonight in this one is the New York Liberty playoff team. Holding on for team trying to get to the playoffs. 87-71. Cardell, you were in the building. Hey, walk us through it.
And you saw the difference between the team ramping up, getting ready to try to make a push for the championship, and the team that looks like they're headed for the lottery. To be honest, you know what I mean. It was a clinic for most of the game, and I say most of the game only because she took the dogs out. Her horses out. Talking about the Liberty late in the game, obviously to prevent any super injuries from occurring or anything like that. But it was a clinic from the opening tip, man. The way the Liberty was moving the ball, their defense, Lord, I mean, their defense was ferocious, man. The Mystics couldn't find any daylight. They couldn't turn a corner. They blitzed Sykes and Atkins with traps. Basically Van Loo too. Any ball handler, they blitzed them with traps, made them pick the ball up. I mean, they didn't even allow them to dribble the ball out. They teach you when you get blitzed to keep your dribble and dribble out to bring the defense out and to make it harder for them to have to recover from hedging out or whatever. And then you can find an open player or you can go one-on-one because now you got daylight. They couldn't even do that. They was blitzing them so hard and so fast and with such efficiency that the ball handlers were just stuck. They couldn't even dribble out, and they had to just pick the ball up and just find somebody. And that just stagnated the Mystics' offense, man. And once you do that, uh, teams normally start pressing. That's what you saw with the Mystics: bad shots, turnovers. And if you turn the ball over against the Liberty, it gets ugly quick. And that's why you saw the first quarter, they outscored them 29-18, and the Mystics never really recovered. I thought Stewie just let the game come to her, honestly. She had a double-double with 15 and 10, but her defense, literally guarding 1 through 5, was ridiculous, man. And, you saw John Quayle doing what she does, spreading the floor. She totally took Dolson out of the game. They did not allow Dolson to even set up, let alone hit her trailing threes or threes at the top of the key. It just took the Mystics completely out of their comfort zone. And Atkins was the only one that could get something going. She was the only one, and she was the only one that was just fighting. Sykes got banged up in the third and had to be taken out. Uh, you know, she was holding her hip or whatnot. She was the only one that was kind of creating in the first half, just trying to make something happen, get to the line, getting fouled or whatnot. But outside of that, man, it was tough going for everybody else, man. The points, the shot selection were few and far in between, man. And you just saw, to be honest, just keeping it real, man. You just saw a team that's in a totally different class, compared to the Mystics. You just see how far the Mystics have to go. Uh, at times, it was tough to watch. It was very tough to watch, man. And they made a push in the third when Atkins got hot, hit a few threes. Dolson finally hit the three. They got it down to 7. But that was, that was when John Quinn and all those ladies were on the bench. They thought the game was over. Then they came back in, got it back up to 20. And that was all she wrote, man. So it was just a clean, man. You can't have 18 turnovers and allow the Liberty to score 25 points off those 18 turnovers. Get outscored 50-18 in the paint, and then get outscored bench wise 40-23. I can't point to nothing that the Mystics did better than the Liberty tonight, and that's why we have the result that we have.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's really not much to talk about. The Liberty just put foot to ass, man. It is what it is. They pressed their advantages. They out rebounded them handily. They turned them over, got out in the open court, and just made the game real simple. As they should with being the team in the position they're in. Number 1 seed. They're eyeing the championship, like Cardell pointed out. And the Mystics are they're just in a completely different situation. And yeah, it was just matchup nightmares all around. The area where the Mystics usually are able to make up the difference is with their bench production, and their bench was completely outclassed. So that's why we get the result we get. Typically it's the Mystics bench outscoring the other team's bench by 20 plus. Just wasn't the case tonight. They just couldn't get anything going. Yeah, and Atkins and Sykes, they were trying to get something going and get some life, but they were just overwhelmed. It is what it is, man. And yeah, now they're Michigan's starting a tough spot regarding this AC. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, tonight it was just a thorough beating.
Yeah, Cardell, like Cardell mentioned, Ray, you cited too. They're the number one seed for a reason. And like you said, this is down the stretch while some teams on the opposite end are trying to sneak into the postseason, clinch a spot. It is time to ramp things up and start playing with that type of intensity you need to try to go on the run you expect to make. Got to remember this the runners up, right? These are the runners up. It's that time of year. We knew coming off of Sunday they were going to be on one after they lost to the Lynx, which I'm sure they were embarrassed about that performance. Washington was going to get if not you had the Liberty's full attention, even though it had nothing to do with you because of their performance against Minnesota. Like most of this is because of what happened in Minnesota. But yeah, you saw a team at the top and a team at the bottom going through what they went through, trying to get the last spot. Like Ray said, now you need a lot of help. And we'll see how things play out over the next couple of days. But the final games against the Fever, you still got to take care of business, put yourself in the best situation. But as far as this one goes, number one seed came into your building and did what a number one seed is supposed to do. If you guys had nothing to add, I will ask you all about player of the game.
To me, it's Stewie. I know 18 and 10 is pedestrian for her, but somebody need to do a highlight on how she played defense. Like it was bad. Like they couldn't even. She was the one blitzing them. John Quayle time, but she's the one blitzing missing guards, Van Loo, Atkins, and Sykes. They really couldn't turn the corner. And then even when they try to pass out of it, she was getting a hand on it and making the passes tough. And then they force like Ingles and Kone and those that have to run out and get the ball and they way out past 3-point line. It just totally disrupted their offense. And it started with Stewie, man. And that's why it's like her, Asia Wilson, 1A, 1B is the top players in the game. You just saw it all on display in every aspect of the game.
Right.
Yeah, no, I second that. It wasn't about her numbers tonight for me. Just all the things she did to completely throw the Mystics off kilter. Yeah, man, they do a lot of pick and rolls and things like that, but they couldn't get into none of those actions tonight because of Stewie's versatility on defense.
Yeah, third that as well. Again, it looked a little bit like Team USA Stewie that we saw there in the summer, a little bit just flying around defensively, just being just an insane level of an agitator. Because again, you have John Quayle who moves better than most bigs anyways. Think about the freedom you have as Stewie. You could really go blow stuff up. You're paired with another big who can cover your ground. And again, that's how long Washington's bigs. Their athletic bigs weren't available tonight. Outside of Kone, stuff.
Think about this. There was a time where we were like INS and Vandersloot were food defensively. That's dead, dog. That's dead. That's dead, man. Nah, you can't say that no more. It's totally dead, man. So hell of a performance, man. Totally.
Again, the runner-up's trying to gear up to get it done, and that's Look, they look like a team focused on doing just that. X Factor tonight.
You don't need Phoebe off the bench, 13 points, 6 and 9. She gave him fits, man. She gave him fits.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she came in and did her thing, man.
Yeah, man. It's always fun watching the team ramp up, even sometimes that hurts that it's the home team they had to go through it or whatnot. But Liberty looking like what they're supposed to look like. Again, it's the number one seed.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to look like heading into the playoffs, and they came out with that type of intensity. Again, for Washington, you need some help or whatnot. It's not officially done or anything like that in terms of something going in your favor at the moment. The Sky are down to the Dream 65-54. So again, like that whole three-way thing at the bottom of the thing, we're only going to know what it looks like when the dust settles over the next couple of days or what have you. But as of right now, Washington is still alive. We'll see how things go. But we'll check with you guys Thursday night after they host the Indiana Fever at Capital One. Y'all have a great night.